All right, guys. So let's go back to graphing quadratics. This is actually part two. This is the second video of two. All right, so we're gonna pick back up on this problem. If you watch the first video, you'll understand where we're at. All right, so we found the vertex. Okay, we found the axis of symmetry. We found out the domain is all real numbers for all quadratic functions. The range. Now let's talk about the range real quick. Now think about it, guys. If you here's my vertex. Okay, the y value. Remember, range is your y values. The range is going to deal with the y value of my vertex. All right, now. So if I just draw a dot on, you don't have to do this, but just say to make more sense. Now notice this parabola comes down, it decreases till it gets here, and then it just starts to increase back up. So what happens is this thing goes as low as it's going to go, which is at 3 of my. As far as the y values go, it goes as low as 3, then it goes back to positive infinity. Okay, so these things go to positive infinity. So what that's saying is it's going to cover all values above this line as far as the y values. Now remember, range is y values. It's going to cover all y values above this line. So my range is going to be y values when y is greater than equal to the y value of my vertex. And guys, if you didn't get the other video, this will make more sense if you watch it first, okay? Because I went over each component. All right, intervals of increase, decrease. Intervals of increase, decrease. So that's when it's increasing. Now, guys, remember, it's when the intervals of increase has to do with the x value of the vertex. All right, so we know it's going to be x value, and we know it's going to be the -4, which is the x value of the vertex. Now, what you got to figure out is which inequality goes here. Now, if you think about it, going back to the roller coaster, representation. I'll read it from left to right. If I'm going on a roller coaster here, and all of a sudden I drop down, I'm going downhill. That's decreasing. So if you think about it, guys, this thing was decreasing when x values are less than the x value of the vertex, which is -4. But notice when I get down here to the bottom of the hill, at my vertex, I start going back up the hill. So I'm increasing now. So I'm going back up the hill. And notice it started going back up the hill when x value was greater or to the right of my vertex. Because to the right of the vertex, my x values get greater. So it increases when x is greater than -4. All right. And guys, remember, we said that it decreased. It decreased on the left side of the vertex. Notice on the roller coaster again, and then it starts going downhill, getting ready to go to the bottom. Was decreasing there. You guys, think about it. The place in which it was decreasing is when the x values are to the left of your vertex. So that's going to be x values. So decreasing is going to be when x values are less than -4. Okay. Intervals increase, decrease, and in behavior. All right, now, guys, in behavior, all you got to do there is tell us where it's going. Okay, so at the end of this thing, guys, this thing's gonna go to positive infinity. So it's in behavior is positive infinity. Okay, so it goes to positive infinity. Now let's do number 3. Okay, now we're gonna do this on Desmos, make it a lot easier on us. Okay, so now I'll pull up some Desmos here. Desmos graphing. There we go. Okay. Now, make the screen a little bit bigger. Zoom in a little bit. Let's get this screen over a tad. Move the ladybug. Okay. So now, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to put number 3 we're going to put this in the calculator. Okay, so now we're going to up our keyboard here. So it's going to be negative x squared plus 4x minus 2. Okay, so guys, all we did was we inputted this equation into Desmos. Very, very simple. Okay. Now, we're going to find our vertex. Well, here's our vertex. Well, on Desmos, if you just roll over the dot, which is the vertex, it'll tell you what it is. In this case, the vertex is 2, 2. Okay. Vertex is 2, 2. All right, now, so that being said, let's go ahead and get this one. Axis of symmetry is always x values, or x equals the x value of the vertex, which is 2. All right, because guys, if I do this, if I type in x equals 2, notice that is the line that cuts this parabola into two equal parts or two symmetrical parts. If I fold that over the blue line, then it will fold right onto itself. So that's my line of symmetry. Okay. Now, so x equals 2. Domain. Now, guys, remember, this thing keeps going forever and ever and ever. Okay, left is going in the southwest direction, southeast direction. So as far as the x values it covers, remember, domain is x values. It's always going to be all real numbers. Always all real numbers. Okay, range. All right, now range is going to be a little different this time because, guys, notice my vertex was 2, 2. Okay, this thing comes up and then it goes back down. So actually, it's going down. So if you think about it, guys, if you type in y equals, let's put in y equals 2 here. That'll give us our line. That's y equals 2, 2 here. Okay. So now notice this parabola doesn't cover anything greater than 2 as far as the y value goes. It covers only values less than 2. So think about it, guys. If you think what the range is, it's actually asking you what y values does this function cover, and it covers any y values less than 2. So the range is y values less than equal to 2. And you may see it like this or like this. Okay? Range, intervals of increase, decrease. All right, now, and guys, think about this. When you read a book like you read a graph like you read a book. If I'm going from left to right, okay, I'm going on a roller coaster here. We're starting off, and all of a sudden we're going uphill. Okay, so if I'm going uphill, that means I am increasing. Okay, so I'm increasing on this side of the vertex. All right, so now on this side of the vertex, the x values, um, it's going to be x values less than that because to the left, where it's increasing, the values are less than 2. So the intervals of increasing is x values less than 2. All right. All right. Decreasing, guys, if you think about it, we went up the hill left to right, and we got to the top of the hill on the roller coaster. Now we're going back down the other side. Okay. So now on this side, it's decreasing, right? So it's going downhill. So it started decreasing when after it got to the right of the vertex, it started decreasing. So it's decreasing when x values are greater than 2. Okay, because it decreased on the right hand side of the vertex. Okay. Now in behavior. All right, so let's put us some points on this graph here. Now our vertex is 2, negative 2. 2. Let's see. Excuse me. 2, 2. I'm sorry. 2, 2. All right. Now get some more points here. 0, negative 2. All right, now let's see if we can get us a table here. All right, so All right, there we go. So our vertex is 2, 2. So when x is 3, y is 1. X is 1, y is 1. When x is 4, it's negative 2. So there is my vertex. Guys, I did a table on Desmos. Okay. There's my graph. Okay. Now, what does this thing do? It goes to negative infinity. So the end behavior goes to negative infinity. And it goes to negative infinity on both sides. Okay. All right, guys, that should get you started on graphing quadratics. I will put up an assignment of graphing these things, so just look out for it on Canvas. If you have any more questions, let me know. All right, but this video will be posted here in just a few minutes. Have a good day. Bye.